Yeah, you heard that right. It's Hamilton Cardinals IBL baseball back on Cable 14. The Cards taking on the Brantford Red Sox as we continue on the road to the home opener next Friday night. The Cardinals will open their season on Thursday night. It's Duthie alongside my broadcast partner Neil Srivastava, and very special guest to open the show with us. A man who will likely have a big hand in either the season opener or the home opener. Not sure what the schedule looks like, but Colby Ring is sitting up top with us. Colby, welcome to the broadcast. Colby, yesterday we saw you take the hill up against the Welland Jackfish. You got 3 innings of work in. How did everything feel as you got going here to open the season?
Yeah, it felt good. Honestly, it was good to get the first one under the belt. Obviously the nerves kick in a little bit. Obviously, first start of the year, but yeah, everything, body felt good. Everything came in the season feeling good, and it was good to get those first 3 innings out of the way, and now we're ready to go. So
this lineup looks even deeper than we saw an impressive season out of last year. And before we went there, we talked about the guys who came in after you on the day. Drew Mainprize, Nick Davies, Callum Blue, 3 young pitchers. We saw Mainprize and Davies last year. It felt like as young pitchers, they had their struggles. They looked like new players out there on the hill yesterday. 2 guys with a whole lot more confidence, and Callum Blue was just sending rockets across the plate. How much confidence is there in this pitching staff right now?
I think the confidence level is extremely high right now. You saw it obviously at the first game in London and then against Welland too. We have a really good staff this year. We added a few key pieces, which is huge, obviously. I mean, you can't go wrong with having a lot of arms on the team, right? So, it's good. I think you have to have confidence, especially when we go out there and take the hill, man. You're the center of the stage. So, it's good to have those guys come in and shove like they have been. So, it's a positive thing for sure.
When you look behind you defensively this year, last season, you had the MVP standing way out in right field. Now he's only a few feet behind you at shortstop. Have you ever seen a right field MVP player say, hey, I want to move to an even more premium position on defense and play shortstop?
Yeah, no, I think we can all agree that's the biggest shortstop in the league.
That's what I said yesterday. I can't think of a guy bigger playing that spot.
Best mustache for sure.
You're giving him a run.
I know. Hopefully I can give him a run for his money here soon. But, yeah, I know that's just a huge – I know George talked about it too. That's just a huge team thing, especially Dunk, MVP right fielder or center fielder, I guess, too. And then moving to shortstop just to open up some space, like bring in some arms and stuff like that. That just shows the kind of character that he is. And I know it's a super athletic kid. Like he's going to play anywhere. You could probably throw him on the mound and he'll be outstanding, right? But that's it's just a huge thing for this team, and him moving there, he's not going to have an issue, right?
Absolutely.
So awesome.
Sign that kid to just do that opening pitch.
Absolutely, yeah.
He's coming for your spot.
Yeah, geez, give him a shot.
Well, now he's a righty, so the Langley lefty's sitting up with us. How well did you know Tyler Duncan before you guys arrived here with the Cardinals?
I knew Dunk through playing out in BC. He's obviously a few years older than I am. I think I played against him maybe a few times. He was always older, but and then I knew that he came and played here, and we obviously became really good friends. And he's kind of like a mentor to me, like an older brother, basically. It's cool to kind of look up to him and follow in his footsteps. He's an outstanding player, and then he's just an even better guy off the field too, right? So, kind of just an all-around great player.
Now, I've got the luxury of sitting up here with an authority on the IBL and Neil. Neil, put Ringer on the hot seat here for us.
All right, we're hot seat. Okay. Least favorite batter you had to face so far in this league?
Least favorite batter. Man, that's tough. I got a few buddies on Welland. I know Steven Moretto. I played against him for years. He's kind of had my number. I've got him out a few times last year, and then I got him out yesterday too, and then he hit a double off me, which is a shocker. Honestly, the Barrie Baycats lineup, they had a few guys last year that tagged me every single time. Other than a few starts I had against them that were really good. I don't know what it was about them. They just seemed to figure stuff out quick, which is obviously not ideal, but
they did that to a lot of people.
That's true. I know. It's crazy.
And it was just your first start. It's against the Maple Leafs. Like, I don't know how much you knew about that team or anything, or that lineup. Then you strike out a 2-time league MVP in Jordan Costado, not twice, but 4 times in the ball game. Costado didn't strike out often, never mind 4 times in one ball game. I don't know how you did it, but you did.
Yeah, you have to have the same mindset every time, no matter who's in the box. Like whether it's Barry Bonds or, like you said, it's Castaldo, right? It's just that level of confidence that you need to have as a pitcher, and I think that I carry myself in a way that can show confidence, not in a cocky way, but it's a confident way, right? And you need to have that when pitching, and it's just so important for a lot of guys, not even myself. And it's just that competitive edge that drives you to want to be better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to facing those guys again. So we'll see.
Now you've got a specialist on the team this year. You guys went and got 2 arms for the price of 1.
We did. Yep.
How in the world, as a lefty, you got to look at this and go, how can this guy throw a 4-pitch mix either right or left? How incredible is that as someone who pitches at this level to see done?
I mean, yeah, this is the first time I've seen a switch pitcher in my life, so it's kind of cool to learn from him specifically. Like, you can kind of pick his brain a little bit. I mean, if I were to go out there and try to throw right-handed, it'd be ugly, I'll tell you that. But no, it's super cool to see, and like you said, you get 2 arms for the price of 1, right? So you could start him on a Friday left-handed, and he's going to come out Saturday and throw right-handed. So it's super cool to have, and it's super unique, right? And it's going to be a huge piece for us this year.
When the Cardinals announced that move, we'd already seen the team just lengthen out. You look at already some of the changes today from yesterday. Danny Berg, Lane Renault, they both get into the game today. And then to add that, almost like the cherry on top to start the season, getting an ambidextrous pitcher in one of those import spots. Colby, it's got to be a great feeling in the locker room because you lost Stefan Strecker, at least for now. I mean, we're not going to try to pull him out of retirement just yet, but you lose a legend in that spot, and George goes out and finds somebody that we're not going to say he's going to fill Stefan Strecker's shoes because there's nobody that's going to do that, but that brings that varied skill set. That had to be a big boost to the team to turn right back around and add that piece.
Absolutely. And I know we talked about adding key pieces to the lineup this year and even on the staff, and that's just such a huge, we go back to talking about confidence. It's just like, I think last year left a bad taste in our mouth, and we definitely wanted to change things, especially losing in the first round of the playoffs. You want to go into the offseason, what can we add? What can we do differently to make that next step forward to end up winning a championship? And I honestly think that we went and added those pieces this year, which is, super high value. And, these guys are going to come in and they're going to be studs for us, right? It's simple.
Neil and I had George up here yesterday, and I lost track of the number of times he said the word character.
Yeah.
Is there a noticeable difference in the clubhouse this year on that character level? Because George really emphasized bringing in not just talented ball players, but great characters over the offseason.
It's a huge piece. And I know I've talked to George one-on-one about it too. Character on a team plays such a huge role. You want to have guys in the locker room that are built in to do exactly, what our goal is, and that's to win a championship at the end of the day, right? So, to be able to bring in guys that are not only good ball players, but are just great dudes is such a huge piece for us. And, it's just a good locker room vibe, everything like that. Even at the house is awesome. Everyone kind of just goes about their business. Everyone knows what the task is daily, day in and day out. And, there's not much more you can ask for, right? Character is such a huge part of this game.
I mean, it really felt, Neil, I think you got the same sense of it, too. George has taken the level of competitiveness for the Hamilton Cardinals up several notches since he arrived. And he has got to be as big of a piece being in the front office that Eric Spearin brought in as anybody down on the field because of the experience and the mentality that he brings.
I mean, I can't say enough good things about Eric and George. Like they've kind of turned this club hopefully into a dynasty, right? Like you bring in George and he's such a good baseball mind and such a good person.
Well, let's put it right out here.
Yeah.
If not for Eric and George, Colby, are you sitting here right now?
I don't think I'm here, to be honest. I don't know where I would be. Obviously playing baseball for as long as I can is the goal. And without George, I've known George back in BC too, and without his input and selling the team to me and bringing in Eric and kind of what he was bringing to the table, it was kind of just a no-brainer to come here. And like you said, if those guys weren't here, I don't know if any of us would be here, to be honest.
And that's about as much of an endorsement as you can have. And Neil, you and I have seen it. We've been the beneficiaries of being able to call these games. What a difference it's been in the Hamilton Cardinals over the last year.
Yeah. Outstanding.
Look at where they were 2-3 years ago, and it's like, okay, they're competitive, but they're not going to be in the top 4.
Yeah.
And now you go out and look at this lineup anytime, and there's an opportunity you're going to see. They're going to be definitely striving for that top 4 as we go to the national anthem.
Definitely.